Sup peasants, welcome to Meta Josh's podcast. Today we're joined by Kinglouisgaming and we're going to talk about some video games. So if you've got anything you want us to talk about, leave it in the comment section below and let's get on with it. So Kinglouisgaming, what was your first game ever completed?
Well, this is interesting because I didn't have any consoles. I had the PSP and that was it. But my grandparents had the PS2, and every time I'd go around theirs, I'd play Peter Jackson's King Kong. And
Was
basically,
it
that
any
was
good?
the first game I completed.
Oh, nice. Was the game any good?
It was actually really good. I really enjoyed the last level.
Nice. And
Well, actually, I'd like to segue you into this because I basically sent Josh these, and this was the first one I picked because I knew Josh had a great answer for this. So come on, Josh, what was your first game you completed?
Shadow the Hedgehog. That one game where you play as Shadow the Hedgehog and you go around real fast and you fight creepy hentai monsters. It's all good. It's all good, fam. 10 out of 10 IGN. Wouldn't
Josh
play
loves
again
that
though.
game.
Oh, dude, that game makes you like rock hard. Like straight up rock hard.
Whenever I ask him what his favourite game is, he goes Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, yeah. When we all hang out, and Bob's like, hi Bob, by the way, if you're watching this. He's like, oh, Crash Bandicoot. Nah, mate, Shadow the Hedgehog, best classic, 10 out of 10 IGN.
We're gonna get some comments.
Yeah, we're gonna get some comments. How long until Sega gives me a copyright strike? Bloody, I don't know if that's the right phrase to use it in, but it's just a prank, bro.
Off to a great start. We've got King Kong and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Brilliant memes, Famalam. Oh, I said Famalam. Oh, I need to die.
So,
I need to die
our second
right
topic. Best open world.
Skyrim. The medieval atmosphere gives it a nice touch to it. The snow, it feels, it's just an immersive experience, all in all. Anyone that's played Skyrim that isn't a complete nub will tell you Skyrim is one of the best MMOs. Is it an MMO? I don't remember.
It's not an MMO. I never really.
It's an
liked
RPG.
Skyrim.
There we go. That's the one.
I never really liked Skyrim. Especially the open world. It all felt bland and lifeless.
Yeah, but there was awesome dungeons you could go into. You could fight Skullingtons. There's dragons. How do you not like dragons?
Well, that was all cool. But imagine, like, I shot a chicken with a bow and arrow.
Why
Everyone chased
though?
after me.
Because that's not normal.
I was hungry. But the thing is that no one ever feels like they have purpose. You never go up to
Have you been to a office in the real world? Everyone looks dead inside. Alright? No one has a purpose in that place.
Are
If
you
you
comparing Skyrim in Epic RPG to an office?
Absolutely. I stand by that metaphor 100%.
Okay, so
Fight me IRL.
my best open world game is a bit more recent.
Legend
don't know
of
if it came
Zelda,
out this year.
Breath of the Wild. Actually, I do quite like the look of that. I'll have to
Yeah.
ask my mate if he can send me some gameplay footage of that at some point, because I do like the look of it. I like the idea of an open world Zelda game.
Okay, but my one's a bit more recent. It's Watch Dogs 2, actually.
Watch Dogs 2, eh?
Now, it wasn't originally GTA 5, but when I played Watch Dogs 2, it just felt so more alive. Firstly, the colour palette is amazing. And secondly, everyone there feels like they have a purpose, feels like they
And
have...
everyone in Skyrim doesn't.
Well, no, because they're all just like, hey, I'm Mr. Sad, and my wife died, and
That's-
ooh.
Because his wife died.
Yeah, but I mean, like, no one actually has their wife died. Because they're so bland and lifeless. I know it's big, but
By the way, yes, we do know that we're using the phrase "died" in the wrong context. Get on my level.
But the thing is with Watch Dogs 2 is, the thing is with you being able to see their jobs and their hobbies is it lets you feel a lot more connected with these people. Not even connected, just you know these people a lot more, and their actions reflects that. There are some people smashing up cars. There
Yeah.
are people trying to get into cars and do all these sort of things. And I've never seen someone do the same thing twice because they have so much vast personalities.
I'm sorry, was that a mini orgasm or was that? I'm sorry, I just need to clarify.
I think it was.
Okay, just double checking.
Anyway, but yeah,
Are we still talking about video games?
We are. At least we're not talking about Shadow the Hedgehog.
Cool.
Okay. Next one, best game company.
See, if we answer this, we get done. If we don't answer it, we get done.
Because Nintendo know we're talking about them.
Nintendo,
I
don't
mean...
you dare. What are you talking about? I have no links to Nintendo whatsoever. I didn't delete your channel to hide my insecurities.
So what's your favourite game company?
Well, I grew up. Well, I say grew up. If there was one company that I've played hours and hours of the games of, it's Nintendo. I take a guess what game it is.
Mario. Just any Mario.
Pretty much. The original Mario, for instance, saved the game industry in its time. Single-handedly unscrewed other video game makers' mistakes, developers. Why do I'm speaking like I've had butter shoved down my throat. But yeah, like, they saved the gaming industry. I love the platforming game. Everyone loves the platforming game. Unless you like Sonic. In which case, I am so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry. Sega had no right to do that. But, I just like the general vibe in it. And, Reggie's My Body Is Ready, I feel, is the greatest thing that's ever happened to mankind.
Okay, so because I've had a long time thinking about this, my original answer... Shh, they don't know that.
Yes, they do.
My original answer was Naughty Dog. Like you said, because Mario revolutionized it back in the olden days, let's say.
Back in them days.
Has revolutionized every aspect of just games. Think about it. Their first game, Crash Bandicoot, again, the adventure platformer. If you'd say that.
The thing is, though,
Uncharted.
They didn't revolutionise the gaming platformer. Most people would associate that to Super Mario 64, which was, to my knowledge, the first 3D platformer. Other than Bugsy 3D.
Really? That was the first 3D platformer?
I don't know.
Okay. But
to my knowledge, it was bloody Super Mario Sunshine. Not Mario Sunshine, sorry, 64.
And then we've got Uncharted, which revolutionised the shooter genre.
Bang, bang, shoot. We've seen it before. All shoots.
But it involved all of shooting, platforming, and puzzles just into that game. And it was just so revolutionary. Like, there's so much stuff to do in that game.
So basically, Bugsy 3D.
Exactly,
yes. Oh, wait, no, that wouldn't work. Go on, sorry.
But then we've got Last of Us, which revolutionised how we not just play games, but see games as an art form and as kind of a storytelling.
If we're gonna get into the genre of telling stories, to my knowledge, Journey. I feel a friend of mine's gone on about it a lot. Hi Bob, I know you're listening. If you are listening, I want my money back. I would much appreciate that. And yeah, because for a while my friend wouldn't stop talking about Journey, and I looked into it and it actually looked right. And it told the entire story. In the entire game, not one piece of dialogue was spoke. But according to him, general feelings were... Oh, I'm going to shut up now because that's just not good. Ugh, I need to die.
If you could recap the story of Journey, what would it be?
I don't know. I haven't played it. I'm telling you from my experience, from an experience of a friend that he's betrayed upon me. Apparently, it's a beautiful game. Quote me on that. I'm not saying I have played it. I haven't. God no, I'll be the first one to tell you. I don't usually like artsy games, but I feel that's currently the one I recognise most.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I was originally wanted to go to Naughty Dog.
I may have dropped something very important.
Was it your glasses?
Potentially.
Okay, he bought glasses just as a joke.
Yeah, I was gonna kick through the door at school and scream. Somebody once told me the wall was gonna roll me while looking like the Smash Mouth guy, but that didn't go to plan.
Anyway, so I was originally going to go with Naughty Dog, but then I thought ones that really I enjoyed a lot more were Telltale.
Telltale. Oh, they made a game I liked.
Which one was that?
I don't know if many people know about it, and I haven't played this game in literally years, so I don't know if it's as good as I remember it. But it was called Haven, Call of the King or something. And he had like red hair, dreadlocks, and a yo-yo. That was pretty dope.
I was mainly talking about more of their modern games, Walking Dead, Batman, Wolf Among Us especially. It was just, all of the games are so interesting, and they shine new light on these stories, like...
Oh, absolutely, but... I mean, even the original Donkey Kong, wasn't there a story behind that? Like, stories aren't the hardest thing to come upon. If you look hard enough, 9 times out of 10 there will be a story.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the way they present the story.
Unless it's Journey
presents it a lot differently than The Last of Us, and Last of Us represents it differently than most Telltale games. It's the way they actually do it.
Yeah, but
how you can judge them.
I think a lot of people will agree that Journey is more of an art form than what it is a game. There are a lot of games out there that are like a walk and listen kind of game, where you hold down W on the keyboard, you look around with the mouse, and then you just get told a story. There are a lot of games like that, and I feel that they shouldn't be classed as games, more or less a story, but not so interactive. Games are meant to be interactive. Journey is interactive, it's art, it's interactive, you can make cute pingy noises and fly around.
Okay, so you say that Journey is art because it has pretty visuals and pretty sounds.
It's a beautiful game. Absolutely.
It is. I'm gonna have to say it is, but the thing is that's not what classifies all art. Yes, it is art in its own light. But
by your definition, what is art?
Huh?
By your definition, what would you class as art?
It's a creative piece that I don't know, just something that is creative and just something that's creative. That's creative. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be your specific definition of art. It just has to be creative.
Creative. Most successful games are usually creative. It's what sets apart the bloody Lilo and Stitches from the Mickey Mouse. I don't know.
I don't understand that, but...
Me neither, alright? Me neither.
Journey has its own version of art, and that's the pretty visuals. But Last of Us has its own art, which is the storytelling and the deeper layers in it. I know I sound like an absolute ponce, but it is...
What?
A ponce. It's someone who feels they're uppity.
Oh, okay. Uppity? Why do I feel like that's slang for something?
Anyway, I just feel like all original games are art.
Absolutely.
Just expressed differently, and they shouldn't be judged the same because they're expressed differently unless they are practically the same.
Can I ask a question?
What?
What topic did we start on?
Best game company.
Are you serious? We got from best game company to art.
Yes. And speaking of art, nice segue. Favorite box art in video games.
Oh, that was a really good segue.
I know.
Oh, and you even got it in the right order. That's impressive. Favorite box art. the most box art that I remember would be Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube. I loved that game. It's just perfect. The regenerators was scary, terrifying. What's his face? Leon. He was the right character, but Ashley, on the other hand, Ashley. Hope she dies.
I don't really like Resident Evil 4.
What about Resident Evil 7? You a big fan of that?
No, actually, surprisingly, Resident Evil 5.
Pardon?
Resident Evil 5. Now, that was the first Resident Evil game I got, because it came out quite early on the PS3. It came out round about, so I got the PS3. So I got that, and I really enjoyed it.
So you enjoy Resident Evil 5 more than what you enjoy Resident Evil 4?
Yes.
Why do you dislike Resident Evil 4, may I ask?
It's just everything about it. The controls were unplayable.
The controls are virtually exactly the same to Resident Evil 5, except in Resident Evil 5 maybe you've got a few more buttons, but that would only make it more tedious.
And the save system. Now, I know it's to create atmosphere. Oh, you need to find typewriters and it doesn't auto-save and you can't save from the menu. But other than atmosphere, it really serves no purpose than just to hinder the player. Most of the games back then, you could go into your menu and save.
Yeah, but then it doesn't add that danger, does it? Like, there's a game I've been playing recently, Persona 4. I love it. Absolutely adore it. I like the atmosphere, I like the cartoony designs and graphics. Teddy's a G. But I will agree with you, the saving mechanic, although it's not annoying, it works the same with Dark Souls, as in the way as if you die, it's back to your last save point. And let me assure you, if you go for a long time and don't save and then die in a dungeon, you will hate yourself. But Resident Evil 4, I feel, done the right job. Like, there was always a save point nearby, right? Like, as soon as you beat the guy in the very beginning in the house, the car moves away, and then in the little house to your right, there's a typewriter, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's there for all the crucial moments. So, that's one of the reasons you don't like Resident Evil 4 debunked. The controls are virtually the same. The art style, I feel, in Resident Evil 5, I don't know. I didn't really like the atmosphere in it, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of the infected in Africa. I don't know why. It just never really caught on. And the alligators in that game, to anyone that's completed it, you know what I'm talking about, in the little swamp bit. That scared me when I was a child. I can't go near zoos anymore.
First time that happened, I crapped myself.
Oh, dude, I walked into the water and the music started playing, and I was like, hey, it's pretty spooky. Better keep walking. And then Shiva goes up on the Chevron, whatever you like to call it. She goes back, and I'm like, where are you going? And then that bloody cutscene plays. And I just jump. I can't... I deal well with fear in video games. Give me a horror game, I'll play it. I'll enjoy it most likely. I actually recorded some Dead Space a little while ago back on one of my first channels. And, you know, I loved it. I just didn't feel the content was good enough to record. Resident Evil 5, however, isn't really a horror game. It's more of an action, I would say.
But who says that needs to be bad? Because it did the action quite well, and it blended the action with the horror by when you aim, you can't move. That blended those two things. Because there's...
You just to clarify, you're talking about Resident Evil 5, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
It helped the game so much by not being able to move. And
you couldn't move in Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, but nobody likes that game.
Everyone loves... That's regarded... Most people will regard that as the best Resident Evil game.
Yeah, I know. I just much prefer... I think it's because I played it much earlier than I played Resident Evil 4. But
possibly.
I really liked Resident Evil 5. I enjoyed it. So...
Resident Evil 5, I'd say. It's a good game, but it's not a good Resident Evil game. I feel that's because up to Resident Evil 5, the game Resident Evil 4, I reckon, was the turning point. Because once you got to that part, it focused a little less on resource management to what it did action, right? Like, there wasn't the closed off hallways where you couldn't run, or the bloody big giant monster, Gigante, or whatever it's called.
Gigante.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's from Hitler.
Pardon? Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's from
Gigante. But he made a reappearance in Resident Evil 5, which I did appreciate. And I feel Resident Evil 5 they took a chance, they took a risk, and it didn't pay off for them, I feel. So, yeah.
Okay, back to best
box art. Woo!
Yeah, we spent
Brilliant.
so long talking about. So I'm gonna have to. This is my favorite box art, but it's something I really enjoy, and that's every Grand Theft Auto box art, because there's just so much stuff happening, and it's just unlike everything else.
Yeah.
It's really.
To my knowledge, it's set out like a comic strip almost, isn't it? Like.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing I wanted to say was, the box art nowadays, it's mainly just guys with guns walking with an explosion in the background, and it's all so generic, and I never really enjoyed that type of box art. Josh just dropped his glasses.
I may have just dropped my glasses.
You don't even wear glasses.
I don't. I told you, they're like goofy shades almost, where it's like the classic spy thing but less cool. It's not pretty dope. Not dope. No! I'm gonna give up. Those can get done now. I'm gonna give up.
I'd have to say my favourite box art is probably.
I know you like WWE games.
Yes, actually, I wanted to mention WWE 2K18. It isn't actually out yet.
The game shouldn't be out yet. It shouldn't even be in production. We're still in 2017.
It's coming out in October.
So.
But there's the box art, and it's got Seth Rollins on it. But if you hadn't noticed, in the background, it's got explosions and lightning and everything like that, and it's insane for a WWE game. It's like they just ran out of ideas and just go, explosions, why not?
The entire budget went into the front cover. It's like, right, we've got like £2 million to make this. Screw it, we'll put like 1,009,099 quid into bloody the box art.
Josh is good with numbers.
I'm good with numbers. Believe it or not, I don't like math. No one likes math.
No.
Nobody. Math needs to jump underneath a train.
A long time ago, on PS2 again, there was
a long
game,
time ago.
And well, not a long time ago, around 2004, I think it came out.
Okay, so around the time me and you were born.
Yeah, and so it was called The Getaway.
Ooh.
Which was basically GTA 5, but in Britain. So, and I really enjoy it, and the box art was so creative. Okay, it did have a man with a gun, but there was like, it was just so nice. Josh, pull up a picture of that box art.
Of what box art, sorry?
The Getaway.
Getaway, okay. Well, there's a beautiful picture of the Getaway.
I really enjoyed that box art, and it was just, I really enjoyed it.
Fun fact, do you know what game, I think at least, there was a game called Carmageddon that I do believe started off GTA, wasn't it? I think at least. No. Am I wrong? Okay.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Rip. Ripperoonie.
Getaway is my answer.
Getaway, right, what's up next? Up next we have Best Game Series.
Best Game Series. Is it Shadow the Hedgehog?
It's actually Sonic 2006, but you know, I'll let that one slide for the boys. No, I quite like Zelda. I feel Zelda I like, especially Wind Waker. That was a good game.
That was a bloody good game.
Okay, so I kind of have two answers: a
Uh-oh.
cheaty answer and a answer.
Is the cheaty answer the game everyone likes so that you can't be proven wrong? Please tell me.
No, actually,
really?
it's the WWE series,
Of course it is.
and I enjoy every game of that. I really like wrestling. If you don't know, I'm in love with wrestling.
Big WrestleMania fan. Rock,
Yeah.
greatest warrior. 10 out of 10 IGN.
You know a lot about wrestling, we can tell, but I really like the wrestling series. Almost even the worst entries aren't that bad. I really enjoy it. But my proper
reckon?
answer,
Yeah.
yeah,
An honourable mention. Okay, and what's your final answer then? Boy.
the Batman Arkham series.
Ooh, bit of the Batman.
Yeah, well, Josh has been around my house, and I've got a poster for every game except
It's
for
amazing.
Origins. I've just got 3 posters up on my wall of just the Batman
There
Arkham
is a
games.
certain picture in his wall, which I'm sure he's looking at right now. That
Yeah.
I've been told that he's woken up to that staring at him. And
It's the Joker, and it's kind of creepy.
I'll see if I can find it, but if I find it, you'll see a picture of it up now.
But yeah, I've got all the posters, and I really like the game.
Yeah.
Batman Arkham Asylum is probably my favorite game ever.
Nice. Do you reckon?
Even though Origins is really good.
Wait, Origins? Is Origins not liked within the community then?
No, not really.
Oh. Unfortunate.
I just really enjoy it.
Fair enough. Anything else?
That's all the subjects.
We are rather close to the
Shadow
end
the
now.
Hedgehog?
Yeah, want to play some Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
So-
I've got a question for you. What's your most embarrassing video game experience? Leave that down in the comments below, and you might get a mention in the next video. Chances are,
Yeah.
since no one else is going to comment, that I can almost guarantee that you will be in the video.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Subscribe and like.
Like, subscribe, go subscribe to Kinglouisgaming. There's been a link up this entire time to his channel, so,
Yeah.
you know.
We haven't really got an outro.
No, we haven't got an outro. I feel
I can never do outros.
I'll probably do like a stop motion animation thing.
Yeah, just all the stop motion animation of all
yeah.
the games we talked about.
It's like in your primary school in the computer room. Did you ever have a thing called pivot?
Never had a computer room.
What?
We had computers, I think. I can't remember. But we never had a computer room.
I mean, what? You never had a room where there were loads of computers?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure the school I went to was... Well, it wasn't crappy. It was just not that good.
Fair enough. Because there used to be this software that me and my friend Tom. Hi Tom, if you're watching this, I don't know if you'll find this somehow, but it's me. You'll know it's me. I'm annoying as ever. There was a software where like you could spawn in Stickman, and you could animate stuff with them. Before you say it, no, I never got pretty good at it, but I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, we'll just do that. There's
Yeah.
just a stick man walking up.
I might do the kind of thing that they do in the Big Les show, if you've seen that. Go check
Nope.
out the Big Les show as well. That's awesome. I love that. You fucking Drago.
Really stretching this out.
We are. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm watching the timer. I'm waiting for the video to hit 30 minutes. Then I'll be able to say, alright, we're done. So for the rest of this video, we're going to count down from... I'll tell you, if we just start counting randomly, that means how long there is left of the video or something. I don't know.
I don't understand this.
Me neither. Just roll with it. Or I've just had a horrible thought. What if the video becomes corrupt? Oh, I'd actually hate myself.
Well, bye everybody.
Wait.
We've had a lovely time here.
Yeah,
We'll
this
just
is
edit.
this is fun. We'll this is really fun. I think we should do this again. If you ever come around here, then we can do it like live or something. I don't know.
If we get enough views, but yeah.
If we get enough views. Anything for views, fam. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next video.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Have you stopped recording yet?
No, I told you. Oh wait, 3, 2,
2.
1. Goodbye everyone, we hit the 30-minute mark. Woo! Crack out the champagne.
I didn't know why we have to hit the 30-minute mark, but yeah, woo, 30
Woo!
minutes.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out Kinglouisgaming and go subscribe to my channel, like, subscribe, share, comment below. And I'll see you guys in the next talk show thing.
Yeah, woo, bye.
Where next time we will break a Pokemon card.